You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion. TV!
Hello, Detroit. Hello, Detroit. Hello, Detroit. We want to welcome you out to United Gospel Explosion TV. We got a great show for you this week. And as I told you and promised you, we'll be doing some extraordinary things with our youth in the community. Having great community outreach is what we're doing right now. And you're a part of that. Some things have been going on in our society right now. Sending out a special prayer out to Florida. Everyone that's touching that Hurricane Matthew trail, and not just Florida, but I've got friends, Reverend Hemshell in the Bahamas, Bishop Hemshell, one of my main guys down there. Haiti, where this thing is touched down and devastated so many people, so many thousands of lives has been disrupted already. So we just send out a prayer, and I know that God is able, to reach out and touch some of those people affected, our personal people in Florida. We thank God that it kind of bounced over them somehow, but still is going towards North Carolina, places we love to travel and visit. And it's like the world is so small now, so when something happens there, it also affects us. We're broadcasting out of Detroit right now, and I'm going to tell you right now, it looks like Detroit's a great place to live, man, because, I see here all over the world about these, fires and hurricanes, earthquakes. Everything's happening, but Detroit always seems to be calm and steady. And truthfully, I think we have a 60, 70-degree day right now in October, so things are going well for us here. But we reach out to you, and we're there for you. If you want to reach out and contact us, I can be called at 313-728-2025, 313-728-2025. I want to give you a thought today, your attitude. Keep a good attitude no matter what comes at you. You're going to be tested. And I don't care what your religion, what you're doing. No one promised you it would be easy. God never promised us it would be easy as Christians. But the thing is that our idea is to wake up with a sunshiny thought and to spread optimism to other people. I'm part of the Optimist Club in Detroit with Herb Stroud and the guys. But, get in some group, read some book, do something to help you keep a positive attitude about life. And that's what we're going out today, because so much is coming against us. We hear about, young black men getting killed, even by the police. We hear about police even getting shot today in our communities. But you know what? Keep a good attitude, because I say, but God. But now I'm going to open up the program right now and bring in one of our youth ambassadors that I chose. Okay? You guys are looking at one of my main men here. I look to see great things from him. This is Malcolm Elliott. Elliott's his last name. And what I like about Mr. Elliott is when we were doing Metro Youth Day this year, and Malcolm came in, his attitude was so laid back but on point. And he said, I can do it. And that's where he was at. Whatever he was doing, he could do it. But Malcolm's a poet. He's a rapper. He's an entertainer. He puts a lot into one package. Malcolm, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing all right. I want to thank you for having me, man. I really appreciate this opportunity. Being here today, this morning, not at the radio station, not the TV station, it feels good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here.
It's great to be able to reach back and touch brothers. On me meeting who you will see in the second half, my main man, the legendary John Dawson, work with people like Michael Jackson, Aretha Franklin, and all that, and still out here getting to work on several movies. And Detroit is not through.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, you hear Detroit as if it's the past. But what we trying to do is put this bridge back up for young brothers like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I say it's a lot of talent in Detroit that people don't know about, and I see it every day, every single day.
Well, let me tell you, our concept of this youth explosion, which you and I have talked about a little bit, is to allow people to come in, and they'll be headlining people like yourself.
Okay.
you know, and other people that we've already worked with. And by the way, Malcolm came out and entertained with us at Metro Youth Day, as I was saying.
Yeah.
It was 30,000 people on Belle Isle, and of that 30,000 people, a lot of them was over by the stage where he was presenting, and some of the other artists there. And I mean, you can see the energy, you
Oh,
can see
yeah.
the goodness, and you hear about the negative things. But how positive was that
No,
event?
that was a very positive event. See all those kids out there, mascots, schools, to see, just the opportunity to get up there in front of them and talk to them. That was one of the best experiences I've had.
And if you guys don't know, that's Ed Deeb and so many other people. I went in under the entertainment section with Barbara Jean Johnson, who's been on here before. She's the current president of Kiwanis International #1 Club, the first club they had actually out of Detroit, and first lady over at Lordside Ministries with my main man Steve Thompson. And, you know, just some of our people. But the thing is that great opportunity. We met over on Tireman and auditioned so many young people. And I got to know Malcolm a little bit, and I promised him that, you know, everybody can say they're going to do something. But I said, hey, when we get opportunity, we're going to bring you young people up and get that going again. And our life has been dedicated to promoting talent also, but it's more than that to me now, Malcolm. It's kind of like you are my ministry. When we sit up and kick it, we ain't got to be doing Bible verses all the time.
Right.
But I know I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me.
Always.
You know, those things be in my spirit.
Right.
But really, the real kick it is that, hey, man, you got talent where we can step out and have a cipher. We can invite some more poets in to actually have a cipher battle or something, a positive.
Right. Something
Come with your
positive.
best lyrics
Right.
to excite us and motivate us, you know, into doing the right thing, man. We can bring people and give the youth something positive to do. We can direct that. Really, when I say we, I'm talking you.
Right.
You know, I'm a delegator right now in my life, you know, and wouldn't it be great if we can start lifting our young people up? You guys are already getting down. You know,
Yeah.
I see the positive side of our young people. Tell them some of the stuff you've been involved with, the positive things, and where your mind is going right now.
Positive things. We do a lot of things for the youth, man. Like I'm part of it's called the Young Minds in Transition School Tour, and that just kicked off this week. We're at Osborne and Persian on Wednesday, and just go out to high schools and see kids, be able to talk to kids about, the next step in their lives, because it's coming faster than they thought it was.
Wow.
To college and things of that nature, and letting them know a little bit about myself, that I'm not that much older than they are. I
Right.
just turned 21, and so trying to give them a perspective on the upcoming future that they're about to experience is a good opportunity, something I'm glad to be a part of. And then just trying to keep the music in a place where it keeps inspiring people to go catch their dreams. You know what I'm saying? So much of us, we live in fear, and I feel like fear kind of dictates a lot of things we do. And so I try to get to my message across to the youth that, you can get out there and do anything you want to do, anything you put your mind to. I didn't grow up saying I wanted to be a rapper, but when I decided to be a rapper, it was like, all right, I want to put, what type of rapper am I going to be? Am I going to be the one out here, rapping about whatever, or be the one to minister on the young people to inspire a generation? And that's my main goal.
Wow, that's heavy, man. And see, when I and that's what I like about and this is how Malcolm was when we met him. It was several people that from the industry. Some had been involved in movies. You know, the judges for the talent competition that we held out at Belle Isle. And when he talks like such a mature man. Well, he is a mature man at 21, but I mean, you see some insight of how he has a heart to open up to people and doing the work, man. And I'm just glad you're doing that. And I'm gonna tell you something. There's something some of the audience may know about me. We don't rehearse a whole bunch before we come on the show because I want you to be live.
Right.
If you stumble, you stumble. If you
Right.
fall, you
Right.
fall. But we
It's all
gonna,
good.
I don't feel down, but we pick you back up. You
Right,
know what I'm
right.
saying? But I don't see you falling down. But I am going to have you share something with us.
Okay.
I didn't tell you that or have you rehearse anything.
Right.
But you a poet.
Right.
You a
Right.
rapper. So bring out one of your positive bags. You can't cuss on here because
Oh,
him
no,
and
no.
IG will kill me. They
No, I'm all right. We,
My big brother's like, kill me. You know, towards you back to that. No,
no,
I'm
man.
not. This is
I'm
a
always
ministry,
ready to
baby.
go. I'm always ready
Yeah.
to go. You want me to spit something for you?
Yeah, spit a little something for them. You know, you look right out there and let them know how
Right
you
in the
feel.
camera.
I'm going to dig you.
It's called To Be Free. What's it like to be free? Tell me what it's like to be you. Tell me, do you like what you do or the life that you live? Do you know what it's like where at night leave the crib and you might get a knife to the ribs? Tell me, do you like who you are? When you look in the mirror, can you say that you like who you saw? Or would you rather not look at all? Because your own face just reminds you that life is not what you thought. What do you think about? Sometimes I just sit and think it out, scheming like how can I improve? You thought you had it all figured out. Turns out that you don't have a clue. How deep I gotta go to show you still sleeping on the flow. Dope is a key in every quote, and maybe you agree. Listen then, maybe you could see what it's like to be free. What's it like to be free? I'll show you what it's like to be me. What it's like to be free, what it's like to be. I'll show you what it's like to be me. What it's like to be free. What's it like to be free? I'll show you what it's like to be me. What it's like to be free, what it's like to be. I'll show you what it's like to be me. What it's like to be free. What's it like to be free? I'll show you what it's like to be me. Wake up every day and do what you love and work on your craft, getting better every moment, going past, not rich, working with what you have and work for the wealth for you and not someone else. Do not leave your gift on the shelf. This a letter to myself. I'm hot, so I know they gon' melt in the ring and I'm going for the belt. I'm young and I'm black. They don't like when you're enlightened. It's frightening. I'm light skinned and spit lightning. Remember nights when this life wasn't enticing, but when I'm writing my punchlines, Mike Tyson. Even when I first started, I knew I was nicest. I dropped bombs. They tried to make me join ISIS. I had drive even when I had no license. Now when they book me, I just raise prices. Boy, this flow priceless. Get serious. Homies in the sky looking down that I dearly miss. I know they hearing this. When we talk, I just know my first question gonna be, tell me what it's like to be free. What's it like to be free? I'll show you what it's like to be me. What it's like to be free. What it's like to be. I'll show you what it's like to be me. What it's like to be free. What's it like to be free? I'll show you what it's like to be me. What it's like to be free. What it's like to be. I'll show you what it's like to be me. What it's like to be free. What's it like to be free? That's what you.
Hey, baby. Hey. Woo! I thought he was going to end the show on that one. My man was rolling like that.
Yeah, man.
And, you know, what it's like to be free.
What's it like to
You know, that's deep contemplation, man. And
Yeah.
that, and you know, believe me, we didn't rehearse this one time. And this is the kind of talent we have in Detroit, though, man.
Always,
You know,
man.
we people kind of overlook sometimes.
Yeah, always.
And I don't know if RJ even putting it out yet, but he's building another new entertainment section to the TV studio here, where people gonna be able to come from around the country, really,
Okay.
and come in and be seen.
Okay.
Actually, it's the same theater in the back of the TV 33 in Highland Park, where you aired on Comcast 91, but it's TV 33 out of Highland Park here. Billy Paul, man, for some of you guys remember Billy Paul, he's passed. He just recently passed, but his last concerts was right here, man. And he came in and rocked Millie and Mrs. Jones and on and on. And so it ain't just entertainment. Like I said, my ministry is reaching out to people, man, with some love. And when I see brothers like you, I have to include you under that umbrella, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And then you link it with some other younger ones, and now we can see, hopefully, through all of this, what we hope to be able to do is to be able to touch our nation, man.
Right.
Some type of way, because if we ain't loving on each other, man, if we ain't trying to share with each other, ain't gonna always be perfect days. You know, many things I've attempted didn't go through. It may not be successful every time.
Right.
But boy, if you're walking in that direction and you got people walking with you, you may push me on up where I'm falling back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that's the message we're putting out here. So that's going to be a youth explosion. It's going to be popping off. You're going to see different artists coming in that we've affiliated with down through the years. Some young people that I think are amazing. Just like Malcolm Elliott here. You know, they everyday cats. They doing their thing. We ain't pumping nobody's head up, but they putting the work in. They done put the grind in. These guys walking around all day ready to do just what you saw, man. So I feel like it's our responsibility. You know, what are you going to do? Are you going to help somebody get up or you're going to put your foot on their neck to hold them down. And I think that we can go around and talk about how bad things are, or how X'd out the generation is, and you can get on this generation. Amazing at what they really putting down here. I think that that's the real ministry that I want to represent. Malcolm, I'm glad that you can be a part of it.
Oh yeah.
Now we're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to come back with the legendary John Dawson, and we're going to talk a little bit more about how we're going to put this youth explosion together. And not only that, it's some things coming up that you're going to be a part of, some major film out of Sony that we'll be helping with in Detroit. We'll be right back. You watch United Gospel Explosion.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B. Providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B. Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion TV.
What's it like to be free? What's it like to be me? Can somebody tell me what it's like to be free? You know what I'm saying? This is real talk here. We got Malcolm Elliott, the legendary John Dawson back off the road. Good to hear my man back. What's up, Mr. Dawson?
How you doing today, man? Glad to see you.
We having a great time. And I guess what I've been here promoting over the last couple of weeks is. And don't forget, you guys, the 21st is the big comedy show, and you were here, I think, the last time that they came in with Microphone Larry, Mike McDaniels, and some other cats. Corey Waits is part of our team. They'll be down the 21st, right across from the museum downtown, the International Building.
Right.
I think it starts around 6 o'clock. We'll get that information for you guys. And we'll have a ticket giveaway next week. We're going to be giving away tickets to the comedy show that you can get free off of here. And why am I using all this entertainment? Because God always put in my background, Mr. Dawson, and I feel like if it's clean, it's good, and we can lead people in a positive way, we might be able to just save a couple of them along the way or give them the real direction. Then I'm on the me personally, I'm going to introduce Christ in your life because he's a brother that came from that region. When you talk about Africa and Egypt and Israel, people don't even know that's their homeland. Mm-hmm. I want to let you know how real that is in my life, and hopefully I can affect you a little bit too. Now Malcolm, JD Mr. Dawson he gets down, he producing all over the place. Yeah. Him and my man Hatari Jumbi and Big E and the team. We a team. Mm-hmm. No matter if we don't see each other in a year, we still on the same footnote. But what I want to say is that they got a Clearview. Clearview is a movie that's coming up. Tell me a little bit about this new premiere. Who, what, where, and when, Mr. Dawson?
Clearview is a timely event. Unfortunately, what we have going on in America today is hostile young black youth are getting killed by the police department. Mm-hmm. It's a very touching story. It's a true story by a man named Anthony Barmore, who was killed in 2009 by the Rockford police. And we decided to do the movie on it. Actually, I turned the movie down twice on the directorship because I didn't really think it was be enough until I read the court records on it. And yeah, I will direct it. Mm-hmm. It's a very heart-touching movie. We opened up, our world opening premiere is October the 27th at the Farmington Civic Center Theater.
Okay, you're going to hear more about that too.
Oh, yeah. And it's a very good movie.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. And if you guys want to be part of that world premiere, we got a couple of premieres coming up. This is one of our own here. Of course, Mr. Dawson and the crew, a lot of the crew that was involved that we personally, love and are affiliated with, and that's the thing, that as we do these projects, then cats like Malcolm can come out and get in them and blow up. And so they'll be able to hear about this again next week. And
You know, some stories need to be told.
absolutely, this is true,
And
Mr.
this
Dawson.
is like one of them. This talk about saving our black youth. It's Black Lives Matters, and we need to educate ourselves on how to defend ourselves. Because good education, and the Bible say we are lost for lack of knowledge.
Perish for the lack of
Right.
knowledge. That's
So,
correct.
This is how we educate ourselves to how to be more aware, and
Yeah.
because these things are going on, they're happening to us, and this is some our black youth,
This is true.
men and women, need to know, because it's not just one. It's on both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
And we need to be educated to this here fact that what's going on in America today and how to protect ourselves.
Okay. And I just want to ask you quickly, Malcolm, in your response to this, how do you feel being a young black man right now in America when you see, and I'll say the tragic shootings that's going on, not just young brothers killing young brothers, but actually these shootings by the police that's been coming up more and more regularly. I mean, what kind of state does that put you in, and how do you feel? What word could you give young people to be better guided nowadays?
I would say, well, first of all, like seeing all these reports, it's as a young black man, it just makes you think about, every time you step outside, it could be your last time stepping outside. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of pressure to put on, yourself. Feel like if you still here, that you have a purpose in life. Police shootings, I honestly feel like it's not happening more. We just have more media outlets to expose these things.
This may be
technology at our disposal.
Could have been happening, and it has happened.
know,
so
Going on
long.
all the time.
And now it's just getting more
That's a good point.
publicity. And so, advice to the youth, just try to stay out of those type of situations as much as possible. Follow, protocol. But it's very hard to see, because I got a little brother, I have cousins and brothers, uncles, any one of us. Anybody I saw on TV could have been any one of those people to me. It's nothing like losing somebody close to you, a family member, brother, son, cousin, father, all of those things. And it's sad. It really is. It really is.
We want to.
I want to say one thing. I mean, to me, it's not just so much white cops against blacks. It's all cops sometimes. Because you remember something. Who taught the black cops? The
Right.
same type of mentality. So some of them got the same ideology as the white ones.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful not just from the white cops, also from blacks too. Because just recently, a week ago, a black cop killed a black man.
It's a social problem. It's definitely a social problem that we have to look at and say, is this a thing of fear? Is this a thing of where I know the young lady that shot the man a couple of weeks ago that had his hands clearly up. Was she actually scared? Is this something she's been embedded in to shoot first and ask questions later? But as we come together with these things like Clearview, the movies that ask the question, young people like you, Malcolm, that's willing to ask these questions, because the reason why I ask them that is that that's exactly how I would feel. And it's not just I do feel. It's not just being a young person, because they shooting older people too. But especially on our youth, you should not have to feel that way. And we need help, y'all. We need help. We need counseling. Oftentimes, these young men that's gotten shot lately, they had some clear mental issues, whereas we are self-medicated people. I hate to say, I mean, it's the reality is we've been taught, don't go to a psychiatrist, don't get counseling if you have a problem. Well, this guy may have been seeing his little brother get into a catastrophe and been holding it in. So then what do? Then you turn to liquor, you turn to drugs. It's what you call self-medicating yourself. And this can go on for years, where somebody can get right down to the problem that, look, you weren't loved by your father. I'm just saying that for example. or you were abused, or whatever that is, can come out in a counseling way that can put you back on the productive path, man. We can't be running around like these things don't exist. And it was clear to the officers involved, and it's part of the thing that a couple of these people had some mental problems.
All right.
Where the boy that picked the whatever is supposed to have picked up the toy and pointed at the police officer. You know you wouldn't do that if you were in your right mind.
Right.
You gotta. So I'm not defending the police, and I'm not saying this because of a young man. I'm just saying let's look at our community with the hope of love, and begin to get the right counseling that we need. I mean, this is a hurting thing right now to come up without a job, and you in high school, and your guys wearing flash clothes, and you got to come rig tag and all that. You know, some people are caught on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we should open up these lines of communication. What you think about that, Mel?
I think you made some good points. Those are all is a very touchy subject because police brutality and being a young black man in America, we're all stamped as public enemy number one. And I feel like that's just the way the media portrays black men in the media. And I mean every day we see examples of how they treat other lives as if they matter more than our own. Like we say Black Lives Matter, and then they go All Lives Matter, and try to portray a movement more so as a political movement when it's not. This is a statement that people are making because we feel like right now our lives are not being valued as much as somebody else's. Some people of color have been treated differently historically throughout time, not treated as equal. It's supposed to be our constitutional right, you know what I'm saying? All men are supposed to be created equal. And saying all lives matter is like they say go into a cancer rally and saying glaucoma matters. Like we're not saying that all lives don't matter. We're saying but right now we're focusing on the fact that we don't think the rest of the world realizes that our lives matter as much as everybody else's.
Mr. Dawson, you want to wrap up on that point? Then we're going to get ready to close out. Yes, sir.
The 60s all over again. This is what it is.
60s again?
Let me tell you something. Now, our youth, which I love, which I call right now endangered species, but they also took the catalyst to a lot of these problems. In the 60s, we buried that one word, the N-word.
Right.
Our young brothers brought it back. They brought it back in their movies. They brought it back in their music. They brought it back in their everyday talk.
Right.
And now they give them a go-ahead. This is a license now to go ahead on and commit mayhem, mercy for, this killings on us because of the fact that they opened the door of this Pandora's box. And you cannot lid it now.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And to me, I wish to God that we could go back and remove all them N-words out of the motion picture business. Every movie I direct, I don't have those N-words in them, those curse words in them. Because of the fact that we have to set a new precedent, the way of doing entertainment.
Well, listen, I wanted to give you guys the gist of it. We don't have much time, but I just want to put this lock on it. Look, it's a political climate that we're in right now. We know next month we're going to vote for the president of the United States, whether it be Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. And I'm going to let you know something. I'm looking at who cares about my community and other minority communities. We got the Hispanics, we got the Chinese here, we got Latinos here, and listen, somehow we have to pull together, and I think the United States was doing a great job at that for a long period of time. We are the melting pot. It's not just no one that's here, Native American Indians, as we would say, in full blood, that you see in power right now. Only faces we see here are people either that came as tourists, or they came as implants, or they came as slaves. So look, let's lift our head up and do the right thing. Get ready to get out and vote. This is just as big as when Obama ran for president. We need to bring our souls to the polls. Get ready next week. We're going to keep the youth thing going. Malcolm Elliott, the different people getting ready for youth explosion. It ain't just about entertainment. It's about changing the world. We love y'all. You've been watching United Gospel Explosion TV. Peace.
You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion. TV.